Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to another video. All right, it's grocery haul day. Y'all, can I just say, I stayed in my budget. Hey. Okay, if you're new around here, my name's Shakima. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I have 4 children, 2 girls, Alana and Shamika, 2 boys, Trandon and Jackson. I have 2 fur dogs. One's named Gracie and one's named Gweenie. And I have a fur grand dog. His name is Acro. We're living our best life over here. It is our summer month, so of course we are working on our summer groceries. Now, what that means is I do not work in the summer for 10 weeks, starting in early June to the mid-August. I do not work. So in order that my kids are not able to eat, I do not ask people for donations to feed us. If somebody want to bless me, listen, don't you let the Lord use you. But what I do is during the year, my whole working year, 10 months, I put aside a little bit of money in my from my regular paychecks. That money takes care of our household expenses, the mortgage, all those types of things. And then each month that I work, I pull $100 out separate and put that in a little envelope, and that becomes my summer grocery money. So I have 10 weeks. I save $100 every month for 10 months. That takes care of 10 weeks worth of groceries. Now, the first year I started doing it was 3 years ago. I started saving $50 a pay period. Then the next year, the Lord said increase it to $75. This year, God told me to do $100. Well, Shakima, how can God tell you to do your groceries? That's just how he does me. I don't know how he does everybody else, but he talks to me and I listen. So I had $100 to spend. My groceries actually came out to $88.18. This is the first time in I don't know how long that I have been under budget, which was a blessing, very much so. So I'm going to turn my camera around in just a second and show you what we picked up for groceries, but I am going to show you what I've been working on before we show you the groceries. All right, so this is my pantry. I have an inside pantry, I have an outside pantry. This up here is extended pantry foods. These are all condiments. Down here, I have Jackson's little bacon station stuff. And then we have things like potatoes. I have a spaghetti squash and some apples in there. This is a snack shelf. And then down here, I'm actually using for some canning stuff. I have one of my friends sent me some canning jars. And then my sister saves these peanut jars for me. I'm not canning using the peanut jars, but I do dehydrate foods and stuff. And so I'm using those jars for the dehydrated foods. Or I'm going to package them in vacuum seal bags. Down here I have a bread maker, and then we have 2 Instant Pots that we always keep on that bottom shelf. So I just took a few minutes to get that situated because it was cray for real. Okay, dehydrator is not on yet, but it's going again because we do have some tomatoes that came out of the garden yesterday. So I'm going to come back over here. We're getting this started. Sister is working on cleaning out the doors of the fridge, and so that is what she is doing. That probably can go, sister, that protein drink. Yeah, because it's been in there for a minute and I forgot it was there. So she's cleaning out this drawer right here. I mean, these doors, the doors. And then we're going to put our groceries away. We do not keep condiments on the shelf. She was just wiping out and that kind of thing. So if there's double of something or something you know we're not going to eat, then definitely go ahead and make it go away. And so see, we have 2 things of the tomatoes. Let's go ahead and make friends and put some more of those in here.
I can just put them in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, those can't make friends.
Okay, because we just have a ton of those.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and make some friends. We do have some, my peach strawberry jam didn't set. I was trying to put it in the fridge. It is canned, but it didn't set. So I put it in the fridge to see if that would help it gel. It did not seem to help. So for right now, I'm just leaving it in there, but the cans are sealed. So that is what she's doing as far as just trying to make sure she can get rid of or make space in the door. I don't think he's using that.
Which one?
This one. Ask him, but I don't know that I've seen him using it.
I mean, I use it for a sauce yesterday. But
Okay, perfect. If you've used it, works out great for me. Won't bother my spirit, but I need it to be
We can
used.
wait around for.
All right, let me show you the grocery haul. All right, you guys, so here's what I got at the grocery store. I got 3 of the 000 yogurts. This helps me get my proteins in. I got Jackson, these were 4 for $5. I got Jackson 3 ramens. They were buy 2, get 1 free. So I just got that for him. He does a lot of heavy working out and then soccer workouts. So sometimes he tries to carb load ahead. And so I just picked that up for him. 2 milks like we always get. 1 unsweetened vanilla and 1 original almond. Grapes were $1.99 per pound this week. So I picked some of those up as well as bananas. Strawberries were 2 for $4. I picked up some bread for sandwiches. And then we picked up some cinnamon raisin English muffins and some 100-calorie English muffins. I picked up honey ham and honey smoked white turkey. This was the cheaper option this week at $6.99. Then they had a pound of turkey, lean turkey, $4.49, buy 1 get 1 free. 3 pounds of turkey is usually $9.79, but I got 4 pounds of turkey this week using this deal for $9. So $4.49 was like $8.98, so $9, and I got an extra pound. I picked up cabbage. It was 49 cents a pound. Potatoes were $3.99 a 5-pound bag. I picked up butter. I got 2 things of cheese. Oh yeah, here we go for sandwiches. 2 things of cheese, the sharp cheddar and the New York extra sharp. I got these Rancho Taco seasoning packets. They were 2 for $1. I think they're trying to get rid of these, but I'm actually getting ready to ground this turkey up, and I'm going to use these ranch packets. I picked up some triple cheddar cheese, some almonds, and I did not get this on the nut section. I got this out of the produce section. For 10 ounces, they were $4.99, and for 6 ounces of almonds on the regular aisle, it was almost $9.99. So I got that out of the produce section. I picked up some pink Himalayan salt. I ended up having just a tiny little bit, but I picked that up to refill. Some mayonnaise and then some of the sparkling clear. They were $1 each this week. I also picked up 2 paper towels and 2 toilet papers. So this right here cost me $88, and I will take that $88. Now we're getting ready to put up groceries, and I'm gonna brown up. All right, y'all, I'm getting ready to use these the MSMK pans, the non-stick cookware that I did a review on. Hands down, and I love the other pans that I have, but hands down, the best stainless steel, the best non-stick pans I have used. Now I'm using this wok to brown up this meat because we already had this with some oil. It had been used for something else, and I don't want to waste up another pan. So I think I can get all the meat in here. If not, I'll do 2 pounds at a time. Now I did put a roast on earlier, and let me just say that roast is smelling delicious and lovely. Right here. Maybe a garbage bowl might be helpful.
yes.
Perfect. You're okay, bestie. Let me get a thing. I think I'm going to be able to get it all in here. And that broccoli we had from when a friend came over, she always gets chicken and a broccoli. So we're just trying to roast it up so that it's cooked, and we'll have it ready. And we'll be able to say we have some pre-prep things. The chicken, I did some chicken earlier. For a white chicken chili, but I couldn't find a chicken chili packet. I can make it myself. So, all right. I got all 4 pounds of meat in there. I'm just going to start browning that.
There's no soccer tomorrow.
Hmm?
There's no soccer tomorrow.
What is it?
There's no soccer tomorrow.
No soccer tomorrow?
Yes.
There is soccer.
There is.
No soccer.
No soccer.
Okay. Child, keep me apprised. Keep me abreast. Hey, little girl. Hey, little girl. Little girl. Hi. What you doing? You playing? Hi. Say hi. There's a little girl. Don't you come in this kitchen. Barbara, do not. Queenie. Hey, Queenie. Say hello, everybody. Oh, my goodness. Wagging the tail, wagging the tail, wagging the tail. We're still working on potty training, and she had an accident, and she in trouble. She already knows the deal. Don't whine. What do you want? Well, I can't do anything with you right now because I'm cooking. I love you, but I can't pick you up. It just cannot be the thing. Can't. Love you. Can't. Now, I'm just going to brown this up, and we're going to put it in Ziploc bags. About a pound each. Normally I would make meatballs, but I don't have time for that tonight. And then, of course, we'll just do something different. Okay, these pans cook so quickly versus any other pans I own. I mean, we already have a good, this is already doing what it's supposed to do. We are going to try to clean while we work. The oven is ready. Alrighty, you guys, so I'm sitting down now at the table and I'm getting ready to work on tomatoes, dehydrating some more. I just love dehydrated tomatoes. These are cherry and pear tomatoes, as well as grape tomatoes. So I have grapes, I have cherries, and I have pear tomatoes. That on this side, sister. Yep. Let me move that one. That I'm working on, but I want to update you on my garden. So I went out there the other day. We were out there picking, I guess my last garden video, we were out there doing stuff. My niece and nephew were out there as well. And Alana had mentioned that we had something that looked like flying roaches. And I had not seen anything while I was out there, and I was picking in the garden just like the kids as well. Well, lo and behold, we ended up getting nymphs. And where my tomatoes were so lush and green, and it was a jungle in there, a jungle, pure jungle, because they were just so dense and so thick. It looks like something just ate its way right through them. And this only happened in a matter of a couple of days. And I'm telling you, my whole feelings were hurt. And it's almost like, you know, there's a lesson in it, right? Because it would appear that we're at the top of our game. We're getting on track. Oh, just sit it where in my bathroom where the roller is, babe, because I gotta pack it. I gotta put it in there. And, you know, I'm at the top of the game. The harvest is ripe. All the things are happening for us. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we were not even expecting this. But here is this setback, right? Because now we have these nymphs in there. And the research that I read says that once you get them, it's almost impossible to get rid of them. And I was just disheartened. I was like, oh my gosh, we did so, you know, we've been doing so well. The garden is doing so well. We are sharing our bounty as best as we can. And here we are. Now we have a setback. But, you know, the Lord was teaching me things. I've been sharing a series of shorts called Lessons from My Garden. And I think that if you really, you know, think about it, it's just how our lives are sometimes. We think we're on top of the world. Things are going amazing. And out of left field, here comes this setback. And I call it a setback because honestly, it was the tomatoes, the cucumbers, the peppers. Those are the things that I can grow. And those are the things that have been producing. My squash got vine borers in them. So I had to pull all my squash. I got one squash. My zucchini got borers. I had to pull all those. I've gotten them 2 years in a row. And it's just like that. Sometimes you think, you know, life throws you a curveball. Because here I am, I'm doing extremely well. And then the next thing you know, something is trying to come and take me out. But the Lord assured me, because the research says that once you get them, odds of you getting rid of them are slim to none. Just because that's in the research doesn't mean that you can't get rid of them or you can't salvage something, right? So I did a little research to see what I could get. I try to be as organic as possible, but we were not in a situation where we could be organic this time. I couldn't take baking soda, and I couldn't take peroxide and go outside and make a solution. I had to get some chemicals. I had to get the heavy duty stuff. And so I went to Walmart and picked up some vegetable solution that talks about, you know, funguses and bacteria, which is not what we have. We have an infestation of these nymphs. And then on the cherry tomatoes, I have worms. Or I saw 1 or 2 worms. I didn't see, but I see a lot of eggs, what would look like eggs. And you can't spray your tomato leaves because tomato leaves don't like water, and they'll get sepia, which leads to, you know, that's a fungus. And so you're like, Lord, I'm up against this rock, in between this rock and this hard place. And God's like, but Shakima, you know, with me, all things are possible. Are you helping me do these? Or you can turn that off, babe. Yep, you can turn those off. He's like, with me, all things are possible. And so what I did was I went in before we sprayed anything, and I made sure that I picked as many of the healthy tomatoes as I could. Anything that was bad, we just threw it back down in the soil for you know, compost, to compost itself. And I don't know if, because we've had like back to back rain days here, which we hadn't had that previously. And so I don't know if it was that. I don't know if, you know, they just flew in from somewhere, but I was out there catching them with my hand and with my glove, of course, and throwing them in some soapy water, which is what I read online as well. And then after I got as much of the usable fruit off as we possibly could, anybody can come help to stack these trays. That would be perfect, and we'll be done. What I did then was put together the solution, a gallon's worth. I did not use the whole gallon, but I did put together a gallon's worth, and went out and sprayed the tomato plants. And the reason that I did that, we sprayed the ones we saw with nymphs, and we also sprayed all the other tomato plants that did not have nymphs. Now, my fastest producing tomato plants are the ones that have the nymphs. I didn't see any on my black cherry tomatoes. I didn't see any on my big boy tomatoes, and I didn't see any on my volunteer tomatoes that came up in the kale bed, because of the soil, the organic matter that we use in the soil. So I didn't see any on those, but I thought I would be preventative and go ahead and spray those anyway, because I do not want, and I probably could do that organic solution that the gentleman, I was watching a little YouTube video on how to combat issues and problems. And so I'm gonna go back and finish watching that video, because he was talking about how to just combat some of your, more traditional problems that people would tend to have. And even in that, the Lord is still saying to me, because I'm questioning God, I'm like, God, this was the best it's ever been. We've done all the things. Why now? Why after so many days of harvest of great fruit is this happening? And I think God wants me to be humble, and even in my gardening, he's like, Shakima, you may be out here doing the work, but I'm the master gardener. And I was like, wow, he's going to allow whatever comes out of this. If there's further harvest, I went out there today, I did see a few bugs. I did not have the capability to get them, because I had the dogs out there, and I didn't want them near the garden, because we had just sprayed the spray, and just all the little in there little. So I was trying to keep my eyes on them and not let them stray. I was here by myself today. Sister had to work, and Jackson had camp, and I didn't want them to get out of, anyway, I didn't want them to get in the garden, because we had just sprayed that spray yesterday. And he's like, anything that happens after this, you can definitely say it wasn't you, because all the research says once you get them, it's pretty impossible to get rid of them. I didn't see as many as I saw yesterday. I saw one or two, and I saw fruit on the vine. Yesterday we picked heavy. We picked as heavy as I could, and my feelings were hurt, because I didn't get as many yesterday as I had normally been getting, and I was like, wow, okay. But this is how true gardeners feel when they put everything they have into something, and then it all goes to the bad, as my grandmother would say. But God gets the final say in all of the things that we do. Jackson, I've got one or two over here that are split, babe, so don't grab those that are bad, okay? God gets the final say on the crop. He gets the final say on whether, once we have an infestation of something, if he wants to come in and dry it up. Remember that the locusts didn't touch Goshen, right? The locusts touch Egypt. So you can have locusts. I can have them in my backyard. I could have nymphs. And God can still come in, and his hand can still thwart nymphs, right? I just have enough faith to believe that he wants my children and myself blessed, because we're not the only ones that, are blessed by the bounty of what we get. We always trying to find somebody that we can share with, or somebody that might have a greater need than us. And even if they don't have a need, we're trying not to just take everything for ourselves. So anyway, that's the latest on the garden update. I still have, we did replant some carrots. We replanted spinach, and I can also plant cucumbers. We planted cucumbers again. So I have cucumbers in the ground. What's wrong, babe? Just let mom finish and I'll pick you up. Just let mommy finish. And I honestly think that's Alana's dog, but I think she's getting attached to me. What you think, Jackson? He's not sure. He loves the dogs. My sister's been bringing her dog over during the day because she works, and her children are visiting with their extended family. And so the dog would be home by himself all day long. So he does keep Gweenie company, and they drive Ma'am insane. But she's very much supervising. She's supervising everything to see how things are going. But anyway, I just wanted to update you guys on the garden. As far as meals are concerned, we do have a spaghetti squash, and I do have that turkey, so we'll probably have spaghetti one night. We have some red sauce open in the fridge that we do need to use. We're having roast tonight with some of the broccoli that Jackson managed to get into the oven. And I'll take a, okay, I'm gonna help Jackson put these on. What else do we have? We have eggs, so we could have eggs for dinner with the English muffins. We also have some salad, so we could take a little bit of some type of a protein source. We probably do boiled eggs, and put eggs on our salad. I bought cheese, so we have enough for a nice big salad. And what else do I have in there that we can use? We have potatoes. We can take some of the turkey meat and do stuffed potatoes with the turkey meat that I made, because I did buy 5 pounds of russet potatoes. So we can do stuffed potato night or baked potato night. That would be another meal that we could do with the things that we bought. I have plenty of meat in the freezer. Only reason I bought the turkey was because it was a good price, and it also was a good protein that we have not had in a few weeks. We have not had any turkey, and I really am trying not to eat ground beef if I can help it, just because turkey's cheaper, and that's the only reason. It's not any specific, oh, she's giving up ground beef. Turkey's cheaper, that's all I'm saying. When it's, $4 and $5 a pound, and I can get turkey for, well, I guess that was $4.49 a pound, but it's still cheaper than ground beef. Let's do one more to finish these out, Jackson. Okay, perfect. And then we'll soak these trays after we do this round. Our dehydrator is constantly going since we are getting veg out of the garden. Jackson has some dragon peppers. Probably need to go and pick your peppers within the next day or so, because they are growing, and our jalapeno peppers are growing as well. But Jackson has these dragon peppers. They're very hot and they're very skinny. But he likes hot, spicy things. So I got that from they were doing a Mother's Day plant sale at one of my schools. And so after the kids got all of their things, I went through and picked what was left. So anywho, there it is. We do want to thank you guys so much for stopping by our channel and hanging out with us today. We do appreciate everything that you do for us. If you like the video, thumb it up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Hit that little bell, that way you never miss an upload from us. We appreciate you very much, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye now.